Sports Court with 13 on your side. Court is in session. This week we're arguing the case, are you in favor of a universal mercy rule in high school sports?
Testimony.
I am not in favor of a mercy rule. You play until the whistle blows, you play until the game ends. High school sports is the beginning of the end of participation trophies. I get that in Little League, I get that in youth sports. I think that's a really great message that everybody wins, everybody plays hard, but when you get to high school, there's gotta be a winner and a loser, and I say you play until the game is over.
I am not the kind of guy that says we give out trophies to everybody that plays, but I am the kind of guy that is in favor of a mercy rule. Sports for kids is supposed to be fun, and blowout games are not fun. Matter of fact, they're a waste of time for everybody, but here's the thing. High school sports is supposed to be an opportunity to teach kids something, and in this instance, we're not really learning anything against a team that's absolutely demolishing you or you're demolishing them. Just end the game, people go on their way, and on to the next.
Cross-exam. Mike, wouldn't you say it is a valuable lesson to learn when you're overmatched? It is a valuable lesson to learn how to be gracious in defeat, especially when it is evident that you are not better than your opponent.
I absolutely think there is some truth to that, but we have to remember here that we are dealing with kids, and sometimes when it comes to kids, they can't exactly handle that. We've seen it when it gets out of control. Now let me do something for the first time in sports court history. How about a plea bargain? How about we do this? Maybe if we take away the mercy rule, what if we give the power to a coach to sort of throw in the towel or say no mas in this situation?
Allow me to confer with my co-counsel. Yeah, that plea deal is acceptable. I actually agree with you on that one, Mike. It should be in the coach's power to say, you know what, we're done. I don't like it when that's a rule that it's hard and fast, this many runs or this score by this amount of time. I don't like that. But I do like giving the coach the power to say, it's not our night, this isn't our game, we're clearly overwhelmed, we've had enough.
Closing arguments.
High school is the time in which you start molding young adults. And as a young adult, sometimes you are going to be overwhelmed in life. And I think that's a great time to start learning the lesson of how to bounce back from embarrassment, how to handle being overpowered, being overwhelmed, because once you get to full-blown adulthood, there is no mercy rule.
Fair points, but I think you talk to a lot of coaches and they would agree that when the game gets out of hand, there is a certain uneasiness because they don't know necessarily what's going to happen. You might start seeing tempers flare, or even worse, any player get injured in a situation where they don't have to get injured. There's no point in continuing a game where there's nothing at stake and it's already been decided. End it, send teams happily on their way to fight another day.
The verdict. Now we want to know your opinion. Tell us how it is.
Head to the 13 on Your Side Facebook page or text COURT to 616-559-1310. That'll get you right back to the Facebook post where you can unleash your opinions on what we said.
And we'll highlight the most interesting next week in Sports Court, like when Mike said this.
You want to see? How about this Saturday when they play Ball State? I guarantee Western Michigan is going to win that game, and I'll tell you why.
Wrong again, Mike.
Yes.
Better luck next week in Sports Court.